Good evening everyone, it is Wednesday the 18th of November 2020 and this is our very last results show for 2020. Welcome and thank you so much for listening and watching. Let's get to it. Monthly judging for November was done by me. 1 star, Wildlife. Preening, 12 gold, Denise Harvey. Great image, nice detail in the feathers and good sharpness. Super image for a 1 star. I would crop off some space on the right and make this a full frame image instead of the 2/3 as it is right now. The vulture's also looking that way, so you don't need that much space there, just crop it about there, I would say. There it is, 10 gold, Denise Harvey. Lovely sharpness on the face and fur, and of course it's such a pity that it's on the edge of the frame. Great bokeh, love the bokeh. Three star, Aram Light, 8 silver. Oh wait, there we go, sorry. Good try this. I would have liked to see the middle lily just a little bit higher up, and perhaps the front lily turned a bit so that the very distinctive sideways shape of the lily can be seen. The whites need to be recovered in post-processing. Icy Walk, 9 silver. While I appreciate the natural gloominess, I think this photo would pop if just a bit of post-processing was used here. So a little bit of light brushed into the frosty trees. At the moment it's a bit flat and it needs a very slight rotation to the right. The gate posts are ever so leaning to the left. Railway station, 10 gold, Liesel Cooperthwaite. Nice abandoned story here. Good use of leading lines and rule of thirds. Four star, Action and Sport. Alone on an Angry Sea, 9 silver. Lovely light on the waves, however my eye battles to find the kite surfer. Perhaps just brushing in a little bit of light onto him would have helped. The wave in the front feels cut off, but I see why you kept it in. It would have been maybe too dull without it, because it's just really, really beautiful, but it just feels a bit cut off, just not quite right. Open, BEE, 11 gold, Paul Nordea. Lovely sharpness on the B. Pity about the flower at the bottom. Rather try cropping most of the flower away so that the BEE is the absolute hero of the image. I did try and do that and the resolution of the B was absolutely fine. So I kind of cropped it off about here. Framed by the police, 9 silver. Oh, yes indeed. Well spotted. Perhaps the background could have been darkened slightly so that the eye goes straight to the boat. There was a lot going on in the background and my eye was a bit all over the place. Bit of a record shot. Patterned ostrich egg, 8 silver. Lovely idea and super patterns. However, it's all a bit out of focus. So while I appreciate soft focus, I don't think this is the place for that. I don't mind the grain. It's just all a little bit blurry. The bus stop, 8 silver. Well spotted, but this is in the open category. So there are some distracting elements that should be taken out and the photo will become cleaner and simpler. I think these lights, they actually got my attention before this here. I know this is very bright. And then also this sign here jars a bit and that could easily be taken out. Otherwise, yeah, it would have been a great image. It's also a little bit highlighted over here, little spots that are burnt out. The final farewell, 11 gold, Paul Nordea. Lovely touching moment caught here. The filter or effect on the image reminds me of the old photos back in the day. There are some parts that are a little bit too bright, but there's still enough detail in there. But this is in the open category, so please get rid of that window in the background and what looks like a doll or something peering through weirdly. I don't know what that is. And once I see it, that's all I see. Chucky is coming. It is 2020 after all. Portrait. And he did not pitch up for the shoot. 11 gold, no layering. Very interesting story here. And lovely colours. The sad and confused look on her face is mirrored by the grey and turbulent sea. Fenced in by my imperfections, 13 merit, no layering. Gosh, I love this, especially the filter you have used here. The society's idea of beauty is so distorted, and you put this filter on, and oh, it's just fantastic. The light in the one eye is just lovely. Jamie portrait, 12 gold, Eric Bosman. Great pose this. She looks like she has a bit of attitude, like don't mess with me kind of thing. Well captured. I really like the lighting too and the lovely skin tones. Scapes. And in the distance, the bird we see, 10 gold, no layering. Really nice mono landscape here, layers and layers to look at and leading lines. It reminds me of those photos they would give you in school and say, write a story. So many stories here. Wildlife. Hitching a ride, 8 silver. Great portrait this. And I know you put this in wildlife, but I would have put it in portrait, so much more processing could be done. The overall image is too dark, needs some brush work. And by that I mean dodging and burning in Photoshop to bring out some details in the eyes and other dark places. So that would be dodging, not burning. But if you put this in portrait, you can really do lots of nice processing. 5-star. And 5-star is the 5-star and 5-star bronze, silver, gold. Action and sport. Jesse, 12 gold, Bertie Price. Super panning image, can even see the whites of his eyes, but the background's super blurry. And I really like it that close to the edge. In fact, I would have made it closer. So fast it's almost out of the frame, but then you don't know that I would be the judge. Other judges would fall off their chairs. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, I think it should be cropped even more. The top sports photographers that you see, all their photos are like that. Just it's going so fast, it's in the edge, and it's just about gone. Malcolm and Mono, 10 gold, Bertie Price. Another great panning image, however quite jarring to my eye. Too many very bright whites and very dark blacks. It is a very strong style of processing for a very strong and muscular sport, but I find it just a bit too much for my eye. This is my image, thanks to Bertie for judging my pictures. Very fast, 12 gold, Des van Tonder. Great composition and action captured. Exposure could possibly be lowered slightly with levels to improve. Nature. Bristly orange fly, 10 gold, Rob Hart. Good macro image. There seems to be a bit of a halo around the fly. And I'm guessing here, if it's been lightened with the brush, but the brush was too big, so it's just this halo all the way around and then around. So I'm not sure, I'm just really guessing what I think happened. orange reed-eyed flower, 13 merit, Rob Hart. Just look at that detail. Super. Pale flower, 11 gold, Rob Hart. Almost as good as the previous image. This eye's not as sharp, and that's just really being very, very fussy, but the previous one was just so sharp. Lovely colours and composition. Thrush calling, 13 merit, Des van Tonder. Perfect capture. The eye's pin sharp and lighting has been very well handled. Open. Vulture survey, 10 gold, Bertie Price. Great detail here, but my eye goes to the bright patch on the shoulder. This is open, so you can patch it up or rubber stamp it in Photoshop. And because it's an open, perhaps put some light on the face. But again, back to the detail on the feathers and neck, fantastic. Scapes. A Winter's Day in Underberg, 10 gold maxi holder. Lovely natural colours here. There seems to be a bit of sharpness missing though, and something is in the water. You can't make it out. It's a bit distracting. It's obviously like a bird doing something. Day ends for a deserted farmhouse, 10 gold maxi holder. Nice silhouette image. The sky is interesting with those lovely wisps of cloud. Wildlife. BDR, 13 merit, Des van Tonder. Super shot of this vulture. Placement of the bird in the frame is great and the exposure is good. The out of focus background completes the image. Well done. Elegance in Motion, 9 silver. Nice sharp details on the back, but the background just too bright and not enough light on the animal. Bit of a record shot. Okay, the end. Junior winner, Denise Harvey, preening. Really well done, Denise. 1 star, takes it. And senior winner, Nola Mehring, Fenced In By My Perfections. Well done, Nola. Okay, and that's it. So I'm just going to go on to some details about Instagram. Okay, so this is just to tell you, if you don't have an Instagram account, you should get one. It's not just about posting photos, it's about following people that are just absolutely brilliant in what they do. And you get so much motivation from seeing these great wildlife photographers or portrait photographers or weird photographers or black and white photographers. Instagram is only on your phone. Okay, so you can't upload to Instagram on your PC. You have to upload from your phone, so you need quite a good workflow. So if you've processed your photos, you then email them to yourself as low-res photos and email them to yourself. And by that I'm saying if you've got an email on your phone, and then when you get the email, you download it onto your phone and then you upload it from there on Instagram. So it sounds all extremely complicated, but once you get into the workflow, it's really easy. I'm going to go through some people that I follow. But at the club, there's a couple of people who have got Instagram. I'm just looking at the people I follow now. Heidi Taylor, Roger Fanner, Mana Rulofsa, Melanie Nike, Carol Phillips. I'm just going through E-Boss, E2 Boss is Eric Bosman. Who else posts? Quite a lot. And I'm sorry if I've missed you out. I think that's about it. I'm just going through. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to stop there. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to show you. So when you join Instagram, you put whatever you want to call it, and you can upload that, and you can put something there. And then you start following. Now, if you want to post photos, this is all like really, really important. That doesn't worry me too much. I do post every Monday to Friday, and what that does is gives you really good discipline. So every weekend you've got to go out and take photos. You've got to have at least 5 photos to post up on Instagram, and they don't have to be funky, fabulous photos. They don't have to be competition photos. Instagram is really forgiving, and like funky photos, something like this where the bird is right on the edge, and you're not going to put that into competition. You're not going to put that into competition kind of stuff. So yeah, all your spare photos you can upload. You can use hashtags. If you're using hashtags, remember, no more than 3 hashtags. But then what you can do is when you find someone whose photography you love, especially a wildlife photographer, you go and see who they're following. Nothing is private on Instagram. So you go to their account and you go, oh, who are they following? So these really good photographers who've got 1 million followers, they probably usually follow about 50 people, and they're following really, really good people. When you join Instagram, it'll ask you what you're interested in, and then it will do suggestions for you. When I joined Instagram many years ago, that's what it did. So I don't know if it's still doing it. But I just want to show you some people that I follow. So for example, Craig Dutton. Craig Dutton is a sports photographer. He's from South Africa. And he started out doing a whole lot of stuff for Red Bull. Red Bull actually pay him and fly him around the world. I see he hasn't got Red Bull in there anymore, so I'm not sure if he's still doing that. This is his page as you scroll down, and I'm looking here. It doesn't say Red Bull there, so I think he's just kind of doing his own stuff now. You can see when you click open, you can see the photos, what they look like, and obviously he really likes his Glenfiddich there. Okay, so you can go and have a look and see. These are really great sports photographers, and what he does is he sells his photos to the participants. And this is someone called Sonka Wonderland, and she does these really weird portrait things. Fine art photographer, then you know you're going to get something different. And so you see all this kind of stuff coming through. That's just a screenshot of her page. So some really, really different stuff there. But if that's what you aspire to, you can get some really great ideas from there. Okay, this is Jason O'Brien. He's also a sports photographer, so you can see some really sort of creative stuff coming through there. And then also some really real stuff. That looks really cool. This looks like it's really being posed, like the kick in the wave there. But some of these, if you see that, it means that there's lots of photos in that post. Okay, so you can go and have a look. Okay. Silver Photojournal, so she does very photojournalism stuff, and it's always in black and white, and she promotes her own overlays, whatever. And they fine arts photos. So there again, you see lots of photojournalism stuff, telling really good stories there. This is travel photography, Rowan Gravera. Okay, and you see he's got 20,000 followers, but only follows like 1,000 people. So you can go and follow him, and then go and see who he follows if you're really into travel photography. And well, I don't travel now, you know, but you can see all his photos there. Like they look really, really nice. This means it's a video with the haves and the have-nots. And is that in Brazil? Not sure. Okay. This is Vicky Street, photographer. I put her in because she's from South Africa. She's actually from Pietermaritzburg. She's up in Joburg at the moment. And she does pet photos and children. So fine art children pet photographer. So she kind of does this kind of thing. You can follow pet portraits on Instagram as well. But this is the kind of stuff she does. And again, you can just get some lovely ideas from here. And the lighting and everything that they do is always just absolutely superb. Her and her partner, Robbie Aspeling. Okay, this is some wildlife. Marco Ponce Wildlife. And you'll see these wildlife photographers, you see he's only following 7. So it'll be quite interesting to see who he follows. Okay, he's got 16,000 followers. And And he's got quite a style. It's very in your face. So those are the photos he likes to take and show. See, they're photos from like all over the world. He obviously travels quite a lot. Okay. This is Thomas Nossel. Again, he does portraiture. It's not my thing, but it's always very interesting. Again, you just get some super ideas and bringing out the personality of the person that he's photographing. You get some ideas on poses and accessories. This is Chris Kidd. He's from BBC Earth, and again, he's also got a really nice style. It's really it's bright, and it's got lovely light in it. Whereas the fashion nowadays has been to do these really dark photos, and I've got someone coming up who kind of does that as well. But really super images there. This is Greg de Toy from South Africa. He does fine art prints. And he's won Wildlife Photographer of the Year a couple of years ago, so he kind of knows what he's doing. And what he does is he does these huge prints. So if you want to load something like this, you've got to load that one, then 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 that one. So you've got to be, you do it one at a time. So you've got to make sure that you've got an even number of photos before you do that kind of stuff. And so his leopard as well. I did another one. It's just beautiful. And all that dust. Imagine that on your wall for a few $1,000s. This is Wildman Ross. I also really like his photography. Again, 47,000 followers, but he only follows 473. So go and see who he's following. And there's his photos. They lots and lots of color and very vibrant, but that's his style. Gosh, some lovely stuff there. Jen Stall is one of my favorite photographers, and she does birds. I know it's not a bird, but looks like a bird. And so she has a style of a very clean, very simple, beautiful, lovely backgrounds. I mean, her photos are just, you can sit and just go through them, put your feet up and get a cup of coffee. She's one of my favorite photographers. And of course, like sharp and detail, like you won't believe. Sometimes they do here tell you what camera they use and that. Okay, this is Warzo Press. No relation to our Price, as far as I know. And he does wildlife photography, lots and lots of kingfishers. I mean, he must be sitting a meter away. Oh gosh. Let me just look at them. But yeah, beautiful photos as well. Melanie 665, she does macro photography here, and just look at those. They are so sharp and so beautiful. She must just stand in a field all day. Really incredible stuff. Adrian, I don't know how to say these things. Yeah, he's also one of my favorite. Again, 62,000 followers, but he only follows 502, and I bet they're really cool. Or maybe some of them are his friends, so you always feel like you have to follow some people. And he has got a very distinct style, depth of field. Like most of his stuff is depth of field here, there. I mean, oh, they're just absolutely beautiful. So clean, so simple, which means you're doing that so many times. We've usually got an hour or 5 minutes to do this kind of stuff, so yeah. This is Shaz Young, and she's a Nikon ambassador and Nat Geo Wild contributor. Okay, and she's got her style is really quite dark, as opposed to some of those others that are quite light. Look at that, sure. Even the cat makes the cat look quite mysterious. Okay, so, let me just go back there. So I really hope, start your Instagram account, start following people, and just go and check it once a day, and you just be so inspired by what other people are doing. Well, either that or you just crawl on the floor and want to cry, because they are just so beautiful. But hopefully you don't do that. Okay, and so finally, Saturday, our annual awards function, 28th of November at the Hilton College Estate, weather permitting. So far the weather says it's 25 degrees and there's only 5% chance of rain. We will confirm Monday, Tuesday on that week, and then if everything's okay on Friday, we'll send you a letter with directions and the code for the gate. So if you want to arrive, you don't want to arrive at 6:30 or 10, you want to go in between or after, and you must know where you're going. You must be able to follow the directions and put the code in the gate, because right at the bottom at the LAPA where we're going to be buying, the cell phone signal is really bad. So if something happens and you're trying to get hold of someone, so try and get there 6:30. You can meet Bertie and go for walks and see all the lovely early things, or 10 a.m. when civilized people meet, and you meet Des and Jake. It's at the Cricket Pavilion. You drive into the Hilton College gates, and about 200 meters to the right is a tarred road. You go up there and you'll see our cars parked there. We're going to be starting at 11, so if you want to come your own time, starting at 11, a very long speech by Des and some of the awards. 11:30 is some fun challenges, so bring your camera, or if you don't want to bring your camera, just bring your cell phone. 12 noon, the bra will be ready to bra, and then 1 p.m. Image of the Year awards. So bring your meats and snacks. We've got the charcoal, we've got everything. So meat, snacks, drinks, chairs, cameras. Bring your own plates and crockery, of course. Partners are welcome. There are toilets there. I don't think it's the one with the view. I think the one with the view you've got to walk up a bit, and social distancing will apply. So as again, weather permits, we do have a second plan which isn't very exciting. So we really hope the weather is going to play ball, but we'll let you know. Okay, so thank you. Signing off for 2020. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Over and out.